Welcome to ExamSense PH, your guide to understanding the licensure examination for teachers. This is Let Professional Education Practice Questions, Episode 1, focusing on child and adolescent development. In this video, you will answer 10 Let-style questions designed to strengthen your analysis, application, and reasoning skills. These are not memorization questions. These are the types of questions that appear in the actual Let. To maximize your learning, follow this process. Listen carefully to each question. Analyze the situation, not just the keywords. Pause the video to think. Then, listen to the rationale to understand how a Let examiner expects you to think. Remember, passing the Let requires understanding, not guessing. Question number 1. A grade 2 pupil cries easily when corrected by the teacher. According to Erikson, what developmental task is the learner trying to accomplish? Your choices are: Letter A, identity versus role confusion. Letter B, initiative versus guilt. Letter C, industry versus inferiority. And letter D, trust versus mistrust. Pause the video now and choose the best answer. The correct answer is letter C, industry versus inferiority. Children in grade 2 are in Erikson's stage of industry versus inferiority. At this stage, learners want to feel competent and successful, especially in academic and skill-based tasks. They are highly sensitive to feedback from teachers. Crying when corrected may indicate fear of failure or feelings of inadequacy. Why the other choices are incorrect? Letter A, identity versus role confusion. This stage occurs during adolescence. It focuses on forming personal identity, not academic competence. A grade 2 pupil is too young for this stage. Letter B, initiative versus guilt. This applies to preschool-aged children who initiate play and activities. Grade 2 learners have already moved beyond this stage. And letter D, trust versus mistrust. This is the earliest stage of infancy and is related to caregiver attachment, not classroom behavior. Let key concept to remember: elementary learners need encouragement and positive reinforcement to develop a sense of competence. Question number 2. A teacher uses rewards to encourage good behavior among adolescents. Which theory explains this strategy? Here are your choices. Letter A, cognitive development theory. Letter B, constructivist theory. Letter C, behaviorist theory. And letter D, humanistic theory. Pause the video and analyze. The correct answer is letter C, behaviorist theory. Behaviorism explains learning as a change in observable behavior caused by reinforcement or punishment. Rewards are used to strengthen desired behavior, making this theory the best explanation. Why the other choices are incorrect? Letter A, cognitive development theory. Focuses on thinking processes, memory, and problem solving, not rewards. Letter B, constructivist theory. Emphasizes learners constructing knowledge through experiences, not external rewards. Letter D, humanistic theory. Centers on emotions, self-concept, and intrinsic motivation, not behavior control. Let tip. If the question mentions rewards, punishment, or reinforcement, think behaviorism. Question number 3. A child learns best through hands-on activities and concrete objects. Which Piagetian stage is demonstrated? Here are your choices. Letter A, pre-operational. Letter B, concrete operational. Letter C, formal operational. And letter D, sensor-motor. Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is letter B, concrete operational stage. Children in this stage can think logically, but only with concrete materials. Hands-on activities help them understand concepts effectively. Why the other choices are incorrect. Letter A. Pre-operational stage. Learners here rely on symbols and imagination but lack logical reasoning. Letter C. Formal operational stage. This involves abstract thinking, which the learner in the scenario does not demonstrate. Letter D. Sensor-motor stage. Applies to infants learning through senses and movement. Let key concept. Concrete thinkers need real objects, visuals, and manipulatives. Question number 4. An adolescent questions rules and values at home and school. Which Eriksonian stage is being experienced? Here are your choices. Letter A. Initiative versus guilt. Letter B. Industry versus inferiority. Letter C. Identity versus role confusion. And letter D. Intimacy versus isolation. Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is letter C. Identity versus role confusion. Adolescents question rules and values as they explore who they are and what they believe in. This is a normal developmental process, why the other choices are incorrect. Letter A. Initiative versus guilt. Preschool stage focuses on initiating activities, not questioning values. Letter B. Industry versus inferiority. Elementary stage focused on competence, not identity. Letter D. Intimacy versus isolation. Occurs in young adulthood and focuses on forming relationships. Let reminder. Questioning authority in adolescence is developmental, not disrespect. Question number 5. A teacher encourages group work so learners can help one another. Which concept by Vygotsky supports this practice? Here are the choices. Letter A. Assimilation. Letter B. Zone of proximal development. Letter C. Reinforcement. And letter D. Readiness. Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is letter B. Zone of proximal development. The ZPD refers to tasks learners can accomplish with guidance. Group work allows peer support and scaffolding. Why the other choices are incorrect. Letter A. Assimilation. A Piagetian concept related to fitting new information into existing schemas. Letter C. Reinforcement. A behaviorist concept, not social interaction-based learning. Letter D. Readiness. A general learning principle, not specific to Vygotsky. Let key concept. Learning is social, interaction accelerates development. Question number 6. Which characteristic is most typical of early adolescence? The choices are: letter A. Egocentric thinking. Letter B. Abstract reasoning mastery. Letter C. Dependence on adults. And letter D. Lack of peer influence. Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is letter A. Egocentric thinking. Early adolescents often believe they are the focus of attention, leading to self-consciousness. Why the other choices are incorrect. Letter B. Abstract reasoning mastery. Fully develops later in adolescence. Letter C. Dependence on adults. Adolescents seek independence, not dependence. Letter D. Lack of peer influence. Peer influence is actually very strong during this stage. Let tip. Egocentrism explains adolescent sensitivity and self-awareness. Question number 7. A teacher notices wide differences in learners' abilities within one class. What principle of development is illustrated? Here are your choices. Letter A. Development is orderly. Letter B. Development is predictable. Letter C. Development varies among individuals. And letter D. Development proceeds from head to toe. Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is letter C. Development varies among individuals. Learners develop at different rates even if they are the same age or grade level. Why the other choices are incorrect. Letter A. Development is orderly. Refers to predictable sequences, not differences. Letter B. Development is predictable. General patterns exist, but individual rates differ. Letter D. Development proceeds from head to toe. Refers to physical growth, not learning ability differences. Let key concept. Expect diversity in learner development. Question number 8. A child can solve problems independently after teacher modeling. This shows learning through. Here are the choices. Letter A. Conditioning. Letter B. Discovery learning. Letter C. Scaffolding. And letter D. Trial and error. Pause the video and choose the best answer. The correct answer is letter C. Scaffolding. Scaffolding involves providing support and gradually removing it as the learner becomes independent. Why the other choices are incorrect. Letter A. Conditioning. Involves stimulus-response learning, not guided support. Letter B. Discovery learning. Learners explore independently without structured support. Letter D. Trial and error. Learning occurs through repeated attempts, not guidance. Let tip. Scaffolding bridges assisted learning and independence. Question number 9. Which teaching practice best supports moral development according to Kohlberg? Here are your choices. Letter A. Strict punishment. Letter B. Memorization of rules. Letter C. Moral dilemma discussions. And letter D. Competitive grading. Pause the video and choose the best answer. Correct answer is letter C. Moral dilemma discussions. Kohlberg believed moral reasoning develops through analyzing moral conflicts and justifying decisions. Why the other choices are incorrect. Letter A. Strict punishment. This encourages obedience, not reasoning. Letter B. Memorization of rules. This does not develop moral judgment. Letter D. Competitive grading. This is unrelated to moral reasoning development. Let key concept. Moral growth comes from reasoning, not fear. Question number 10. A learner begins to think hypothetically and reason abstractly. Which Piagetian stage is evident? Here are the choices. Letter A. Concrete operational. Letter B. Sensoromotor. Letter C. Pre-operational. And letter D. Formal operational. Pause the video and choose the best answer. Correct answer is letter D. Formal operational stage. This stage allows abstract, hypothetical, and logical reasoning, typical of adolescence. Why the other choices are incorrect. Letter A. Concrete operational. This is limited to tangible examples. Letter B. Sensoromotor. This pertains to infant stage. Letter C. Pre-operational. This stage lacks logical reasoning. Let tip. Abstract thinking corresponds to formal operational stage. Excellent work completing episode 1 on child and adolescent development. If you understood the explanations, you are already thinking like a LET passer. Follow ExamSense PH for more LET-style practice questions. Our next episode focuses on principles of teaching and learning. Remember, understanding concepts is the key to passing the LET.